there's no question that right now the majority of the risks are on the downside. We're worried about trade tensions. We're worried about the fact that many lower income countries have now gone into a level of indebtedness. The debt to GDP ratios are getting to the point where we're now more concerned. And so it's a troubling picture. On the other hand, what the messages we're trying to give here are, okay, let's do everything we can to prepare for whatever trade tensions might exist. We're preparing developing countries who are in the midst of trying to understand what will happen to those trade tensions. The things that they need to do are still very clear. They need to get their fiscal house in order. They need to have monetary policy that makes sense and that doesn't try to manipulate currencies. These are the fundamentals about the structural reforms that all these countries have to undertake anyway. There is more pressure. There has been very, I think, encouraging growth, but right now the level of trade growth has gone down. It was 5% last year. It's only 3% this year. And for our clients in developing countries, trade is good. And so we had a session here just yesterday where all of us, IMF, WTO, OECD, and the World Bank, were saying, look, it's extremely important that we grow trade, and these tensions are not good for anybody.
Let me ask you, I saw that event and I listened to the commentary, and it sounded to me as though your organizations have a bit of a siege mentality when it comes to President Trump. I don't think you wanted to project that view, but the message that the world needs to circle the wagons and provide support to the multilateral trading system, that just feels like a direct pushback to President Trump, who it seems is trying to undermine these organizations.
Well, we've had an extremely good relationship with the Trump administration. We just had an historic capital increase, the largest in our history. We've worked with the Trump administration on a women's entrepreneurship initiative. We've worked with them on so many different issues. So we have a very good relationship with the Trump administration. What we're trying to bring to the table, there are a lot of complicated negotiations going on between individual countries. What we try to bring to the table is evidence. We are not a political organization. We don't take political positions, but we're trying to put the evidence on the table which says trade is critical if we want to end extreme poverty. And, the U.S. supported our capital increase and supported what we've been trying to do in terms of ending extreme poverty. So we're going to do everything we can to keep that good relationship while at the same time continuing to put the evidence on the table for how important trade is, especially for the poor.